Binance BNB chain is currently beating Ethereum in volume. It's been beating Ethereum in transactions for a couple years. And if you hear that and you're surprised, that's because, none of the influencers, none of the YouTubers, besides myself, talk about BNB positively. Everything is negative. And again, I don't know why. It's always been that way. But Binance has been, great for the industry. They have, provided a lot of, tools and access that we didn't have. Like before, Binance came along. For me, coming from a traditional background, all of the charts and tools and things like that were like, really, really archaic, coming from, some of the other sites. Right, this is Coinbase. This is right now. This is still how it is, right? And this is an improvement. Trust me, this is an improvement. So Binance brought that professionalism because CZ came from Bloomberg. I think I heard that somewhere. So I don't understand the hate. And so first it was just an exchange. Now it's a blockchain. And I think, when they came out with the blockchain, Ethereum folk were kind of like laughing like, oh yeah, we'll see what this does. And literally in a few months, it was, beating everybody in transactions. So I think that's when the hate started. It was like, okay, this is a real threat. And, of course, people love Ethereum. The miners specifically, they don't want anything messing with their money. So, this onslaught of hate started and is continuing to this day. I told you guys before that I thought the Ethereum chain would die. All of the metrics and everything since that video is, trending to be true. Yes, you're still going to have people using it and everything, but all of the new users, all of the excitement and everything is primarily going to Solana for whatever reason. And then, a small part of that is going to BNB. You have very few like new revolutionary type coins coming to Ethereum because of the gas and all that. So anyway, most of the stuff that I've, mentioned on this channel, you're either going to be able to buy on exchanges, or to get the early stuff, the 100, the bias, you're gonna have to go on a decentralized exchange. And because of the threat that Binance poses specifically to these people here, Coinbase, they've made it literally impossible. Now, Binance has been around for years. You would think that Coinbase would offer the BNB token and the BNB chain over, any one of these, fairly, little known token. Like, I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this. Suko, and I've never heard of this stuff, right? Binance is established, right? And yet it's still not on here. That's on purpose. They even have it listed. You see how these say trade. Every other thing is tradable except this one. Like it's so crazy that they hate like that. So anyway, I'm gonna do this video. No matter where you're from, you're gonna be able to get BNB after this video, and it's not hard. I'm gonna start with America because that's where it's the most difficult. You can't just log on to Coinbase and buy BNB, and the people that Coinbase is in bed with, the SEC and so on and so forth, they have limited Binance US from you being able to use your bank. So you can't even, even though they have a license and all that, you can't even buy, anything on Binance US direct from your bank account. You have to buy it somewhere else. And so the problem with that is most people use Ethereum, and just sending Ethereum over to the Binance US exchange, it's going to cost whatever the gas fee is at the time. You don't want that. So if you're in America, right, or somewhere where you can't use Binance.com or Binance US, this video is going to be for you. What you want to do is, first you have to have a Coinbase account if you're coming from America, right? And then what you want to buy is Solana. Solana is going to be cheapest. In fact, let me take that back. You can buy, where is it? You can buy Bitcoin Cash, or you can buy Solana, right? And whatever amount you want to put into whatever decentralized projects like 100, right? You buy, that amount or literally a bit over, right? Because you're going to need the BNB. So you buy, a few $1,000s worth, a few $100s worth of Bitcoin Cash or Solana. And you should be able to do that direct from your bank. And then once you do that, then you're going to send that to Binance US. And as you can see here, they got everything broken down that they currently offer. You see Bitcoin Cash is one of them. And of course, you scroll down here, Solana should be there. Solana is there. Okay, so you're just gonna buy that on Coinbase, send that over to Binance US, and then once you're on Binance US, you can convert that Bitcoin Cash or Solana to BNB. You might have to sell it for Tether first and then buy BNB, or you may be able to buy it directly, right? It's not hard. Okay, so that's the process if you're in the United States. I'm going to show you a couple of more that you can use in the US as well. One of them is Crypto.com. Now, Crypto.com, actually you can buy BNB. So if your bank allows this, if you're able to connect to the bank, you just simply buy BNB directly. And then from here directly, you can send your BNB to the BNB chain network via the BEP20. You notice here how they keep referencing. Let me go here. Where's the Bitcoin Cash? They keep referencing like BEP2. Don't use that, right? I think they're phasing that out. BEP20 is the main one that's used. Do not use BEP2 under any circumstances. Use BEP20. Okay, so again, you can go to Crypto.com. You could just buy BNB directly, and then connect your MetaMask, get your MetaMask address, and send the BNB from there to the BNB chain network. Okay, that is really simple. It's not hard. You can do it that way. All right, now if you're not in the United States, your best options again can be Coinbase, same method, right? And then you just send it to whatever your local exchange is, or you can use OKX. You see here, OKX has BNB. I don't know if you can sign up for OKX from the United States. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that it's available in like Dubai and other countries. And so again, you just sign up for an account. All of these you're gonna need to KYC. KYC is know your customer, so that means your ID and all that. So I'm not in tune with the process for OKX and Crypto.com. I know Coinbase sometimes can be funky with the KYC. I've mentioned my issues before with them. My account was shut down as soon as I showed my face. So I don't know if that's still a thing or whatever, but you're gonna have to KYC to use any of these, right? And so, but if you're able to use OKX, same thing. You just buy BNB directly, and then you simply send that BNB to your MetaMask via the BNB chain, BEP20 network. Okay, some of you are wondering, like, how to connect the BNB chain, BNB smart chain, right? It's really, really simple. The easiest way to do it is to go here to chainlist.org. Chainlist.org. And after you've added MetaMask from your extensions on Google Chrome, please don't go to a fake MetaMask site or anything like that. It's gonna be an extension within Google. That's how you add it, right? It's gonna be right up here. You have to add it. So you go to the Chrome store or whatever it is, add the MetaMask extension. Once you do that, all you have to do is connect your wallet to chainlist.org, and then you connect it here, and it should connect you right to the BNB Smart Chain. There might be one additional step, but it's nothing. It's really, like, back in the day, it used to be hard. You see all these things down here. You used to have to, like, copy all of this and do some other stuff. You don't have to do that now, right? So now you just go to chainlist.org, connect your MetaMask, connect the wallet, and when you connect, it should say something like add network, and you should be able to add the BNB Smart Chain network, and that's where you're gonna send the BNB. Typically, your address that you have on Ethereum is gonna be the same address on BNB Smart Chain. So there's no difference in address. You just have to make sure from these exchanges that you're sending your BNB via BEP20, right? Most of them are not gonna allow you to send it anywhere else. So it should be easy, and you have to have BNB. Don't start with Tether. Don't start with USDC or anything like that. You have to start with BNB. Why? Because that's what's used for your gas. And your gas is what you need for all your transactions. You can't do any transactions on BNB chain without BNB, just like you can't do any transactions on Ethereum without ETH. The only difference is Ethereum transactions, are like $95, and BNB transactions are like 20 cents. That's why they're doing so many more transactions. You can check it out here, right? They're averaging about 5 million transactions a day, right? 5.5 million right now. One Gwei is costing. So, I mean, that's crazy. Ethereum has never, ever done 5 million transactions in a day, and it's certainly never been this cheap, right? So, just wanted to share that, for those who've been, leaving comments, hey, how do I buy BNB? I covered this in another video, but you probably didn't watch to the end, so I just decided to do this video separately. It's not hard, guys. It's just hard when you have these organizations that want to centralize crypto, and anytime there's a competitor, they want to shut them down. And it's, it just hurts the industry, and it hurts everybody involved. But again, that's what gives you the opportunity, right? Because everybody is flocking to Solana right now. There's a lot of stuff that I share that's way, way undervalued because it takes a few extra steps to get there. But, the things that I share, if they're able to get any type of traction and everything, they're going to blow up that much more if it's ever able to get to these exchanges, right? I've had things that I was holding for like $5, right? And as soon as it went to an exchange, it went to $200 and something the first day. Like, that's the power of getting in early and holding. So it's an advantage. Whereas, you get on other blockchains right now, because it's hot, it might run up, But then by the time it gets to an exchange, then there's no opportunity. Like for example here, this token, I know nothing about it. I only know, because it, went up a bunch, but it went up a bunch because it got on this exchange. So it went up to, $1.60, right? Look at all the volume pushing it up. And now it's at 63 cents because, once the FOMO is over and the hype is over, if it doesn't have any utility, right, then it goes down. So everybody that bought because it hit the exchange, right, who wasn't able to get in, on the Solana decentralized exchange because it just started shooting up immediately. And so it's like, I don't want to take a chance. I'll just wait until it comes out on an exchange. Well, it comes out on an exchange, and then as soon as you buy it, it goes down. Right? So, there's something to be said. Again, these are things that I do, okay? So again, you can judge me, by, my success, or you can judge me by, the DJing that's trying to tell you a different way. You want to find stuff before it blows up. And so when everybody thinks something is hot, right? When it's the hottest thing in the kitchen, right? That's when you sell. That's when you like, okay, everybody and their mama talking about this. It's time to get out. But when people are laughing at you and saying, that ain't gonna do nothing, right? And it's only a little bit of volume and so on and so forth. That's where the opportunity, it doesn't mean it's gonna work, but that's where the opportunity is. And what I have found over the years, for whatever reason, people always fade BNB projects. They don't, whether it's Cake, whether it's BNB itself, they never think it's gonna do anything because there's this deep-seated hatred that's based on nothing, right? It's the wildest thing. CZ is one of the kindest. I don't know him personally. I never spoke to him, nothing like that. But just from his actions, he's one of the kindest dudes, in crypto. He is the only guy who took crypto to Africa, right? We know that there's a lot of colorism in crypto. Nobody was concerned about Africa. Very few people initially were concerned about Dubai and UAE and places like that. CZ went everywhere where nobody wanted to go, and that's why Binance is big. That's why I rock with them, and that's why I share what I share. But you have to know the basics of how to get BNB, and hopefully this video has helped you with that. If you have any questions, you can put them right on my channel. I'll try to get to them. But again, it's really simple. Just pick an exchange. If you have to start with Coinbase because of your bank, because they're the only ones in the United States that's approved, because they're in bed with the government, then you do that and you buy Solana or Bitcoin Cash there and just send it to one of these exchanges. If you're in another country, then try to use OKX. And again, we're just moving funds to MetaMask. We're not holding a lot of money on the exchanges because you never know what can happen with these lower type exchanges. You can trust Binance, you can trust Coinbase to an extent, even though I don't trust them. Maybe Crypto.com, but you can't trust these other ones. So we're just moving money through there. We're not holding money on there. All right. It's your boy BSG. I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next video.